A striker breaks behind the line, the pass arrives, the stadium explodes. For 3 seconds, the World Cup feels like pure human emotion: speed, instinct, noise, belief. Then everything freezes. The referee touches an earpiece. Millions of people wait while a machine checks the moment. Cameras under the roof track bodies. A sensor inside the ball marks the instant of contact. Software reconstructs the play in 3 dimensions. The question is not just whether a player was offside. The question is what happens when the world's most human game begins to run on invisible intelligence. The World Cup used to look simple from the outside: players, coaches, referees, fans, and a ball. But today, the tournament is also a technical system. Every match creates streams of positional data, event data, broadcast data, medical data, ticketing data, security data, and fan data. The 2026 tournament makes this even larger: 48 teams, 104 matches, 16 host cities across 3 countries, and a global audience measured in billions. At that scale, football becomes more than a match schedule. It becomes an operating system for movement, attention, fairness, and trust. The clearest example is semi-automated offside technology. At the 2022 World Cup, FIFA described a system using 12 dedicated tracking cameras mounted under stadium roofs. Those cameras track the ball and up to 29 data points on each player 50 times per second. The connected match ball transmitted motion data 500 times per second to help identify the exact kick point. Artificial intelligence combined those signals to create an offside alert for video officials. But the machine did not make the final call alone. Human officials still checked the kick point and the offside line before the decision reached the field. That distinction matters because fans do not experience decisions as data. They experience them as joy interrupted. A goal is not just coordinates, it is a national memory forming in real time. So when AI helps measure an offside by a shoulder, a knee, or the exact instant a pass leaves the foot, the technology may be more precise, but the emotion can feel less satisfying. This is the World Cup's first AI trade-off. Precision can increase fairness, but it can also make the game feel like it belongs to a screen instead of the crowd. The ball itself is becoming part of the network. The Al Rihla official match ball used at Qatar 2022 contained an inertial measurement unit sensor in its center. According to Adidas and FIFA's technology partners, the sensor tracked ball movement hundreds of times per second and sent data to match officials within seconds. That data can support offside decisions, kick point detection, touch analysis, speed, trajectory, spin, and broadcast visualizations. In other words, the ball is no longer only the object everyone chases, it is a moving data source at the center of the match. Behind the match, FIFA's football data ecosystem turns play into structured information. Optical tracking systems capture the X and Y coordinates of players, referees, and the ball. Event analysts label what happens: passes, duels, line breaks, pressure, final third entries, sprints, and more. The result is a second version of the game, one played on grass and one played inside databases. Coaches can study patterns, broadcasters can explain movement, players can review their own heat maps and clips. The match becomes a story humans feel and a map machines can read. For 2026, FIFA and Lenovo have announced Futbol AI Pro, a generative AI knowledge assistant for all 48 teams. The idea is not to let a chatbot choose the lineup during a match. FIFA says it can be used before and after games, not during live play. But it can analyze enormous FIFA-owned and organized football data sets and generate validated insights as text, video, graphs, and 3-dimensional visualizations. That could matter because advanced analysis is no longer only for the richest federations. AI may make elite tactical intelligence more widely available. This is not only for coaches. FIFA's player app gives athletes access to performance data shortly after matches, including physical metrics, event data, heat maps, synchronized footage, and action photographs. That matters because player data can be powerful and personal at the same time. A sprint count can help training. A heat map can explain role and movement, but the same data also raises questions about privacy, ownership, and interpretation. At the World Cup, a player now has 2 bodies, the body on the field and the data shadow built from every movement. AI is also changing what the audience sees. FIFA and Lenovo describe Referee View as a first-person broadcast angle improved by AI-powered stabilization software. The point is to reduce motion blur and make the referee's perspective clearer in real time. That may sound small, but it changes storytelling. Instead of only watching the decision from the stands or a high camera, fans can briefly see the field from inside the official's movement. The broadcast becomes more immersive, and every decision becomes more visible. But the AI World Cup is not only on the pitch. A modern tournament has to move people through gates, transportation systems, concessions, fan zones, emergency routes, media spaces, and security layers. Smart stadium systems can use sensors, cameras, and data dashboards to understand crowd flow, detect bottlenecks, support ticketing, and coordinate operations. The positive version is safer, smoother movement. The risk is that convenience can normalize surveillance. The stadium becomes a city for a few hours, and AI becomes one of its invisible traffic systems. For fans, AI can turn one match into many different experiences. A person in the stadium might see decision animations on a giant screen. A viewer at home might get instant tactical graphics. A fan on a phone might receive highlights, translations, player statistics, or match summaries shaped around their language and interests. That can make the World Cup more accessible. It can also make attention more engineered. When every fan receives a customized version of the same match, the shared global event becomes more personal and more fragmented at the same time. The deeper issue is trust. AI can make decisions faster, graphics clearer, and analysis richer. But if people cannot understand what the system measured, who validated it, what data was used, and where human judgment still enters, precision may not feel like fairness. Football is built on arguments. Fans argue about referees, tactics, luck, and greatness. AI will not end those arguments. It will move them. Instead of asking whether the referee saw it, people will ask whether the machine interpreted it correctly. The best version of this future is not a robot World Cup. It is a more transparent one. AI can help officials catch mistakes without pretending humans are unnecessary. It can help smaller federations access tactical intelligence. It can help players understand their own performance and protect their data rights. It can help broadcasters explain the game to new audiences. It can help stadiums move crowds more safely. In the best version, AI does not replace the magic of football. It protects the conditions that let the magic happen. So the question is not whether AI belongs at the World Cup. It is already there, in offside lines, ball sensors, tactical platforms, player apps, stabilized referee views, broadcast graphics, and stadium operations. The real question is what kind of intelligence football should accept. The World Cup is powerful because billions of people can watch the same game and feel something together. If AI supports fairness, safety, access, and understanding, it can serve the game. But if it becomes opaque, intrusive, or trusted more than the people on the field, then the machine starts to change the meaning of the spectacle. The future World Cup will still be decided by feet, nerves, mistakes, and moments of genius. But underneath the grass, the cameras, the ball, and the broadcast, another game is already being played.